It must be difficult trying to develop the Wii version of a major multi-platform title and somehow retain the same gameplay experience as the 360 and PS3 versions. But with Driver San Francisco, Ubisoft wisely decided to go a different route, and instead delivered a unique experience just for Wii owners. Gone is the ability to shift from car to car. In fact, you can't get out of your car at all. This game is in many ways a return to the style of the original Driver title from 1999. Billed as a prequel to that original game, Driver San Francisco features John Tanner, a brash young cop who goes undercover to bring justice to those responsible for killing his partner. He'll be helped along the way by the more sensible police officer Tobias Jones, and he will not be helped at all by the cold criminal gangster type guy Solomon Kane. You get to control all three characters as the story progresses, although the only time you see their faces is during the graphic novel-style cutscenes between chapters. Each chapter consists of several missions, and they're all pretty simple. Intercept and/or wreck someone's car, tail a suspect without being detected, be a gunner in a vehicle being driven by someone else, and so on. In addition, there's side missions that basically involve racing or smashing things. You're also free to roam the city to find trophies to collect or stunt jumps to jump. Basic stuff, but still fun. For a game like this, good handling is essential, and Driver provides some solid arcade vehicle handling with responsive steering and good stability as you drift around corners. But some might flinch at the unchangeable control setup. The nunchuck is required, and you use its joystick for steering, and the Z and C buttons for gas and brake. Hand braking is done with the B button on the Wii remote. But you also have extra abilities that are performed with motion controls. In order to destroy an enemy car, you have to use melee attacks, which require swinging the Wii remote left, right, or forward to slam your car into your opponent. You can drive on two wheels by holding A and tilting the Wii remote, and the nitro boost is performed by giving the nunchuck a good forward shake. I don't mind motion controls if they make sense, and I think the melee attacks are logical and satisfying to pull off, but shaking the nunchuck to boost can get tedious. In certain missions, the Wii remote is also used as a microphone to listen in on conversations, or as a scanner to find enemies. Later on in the game, you'll unlock the slow-mo ability, which slows down the game's mo, and reckless mode, which enables a slow-motion shooting ability so you can blast away at your enemies. But these abilities aren't available freely. You have to build up the ability meter and reckless meter to use them. Narrowly missing other cars, drifting, huge jumps, and more will fill these meters, as well as give you experience points. You'll also gain experience by completing missions and meeting certain goals, and every time you fill the XP meter, you'll be given an upgrade point to use to increase your car's speed, your weapon power, and much more. If you have a friend over who's tired of just watching you play Driver, he or she can join in at any time. The simplest way is just by picking up a second Wii remote and acting as your gunner, although these weapons are distinct from the main players, and need to be upgraded separately if you want them to have more power. But if your friend isn't satisfied with just shooting stuff, at any time during story mode you can download a program to your Nintendo DS that allows for some pretty cool interaction with the game. The top screen provides information on how to use the program, but the action takes place on the touchscreen. There's a city map that shows the location of your character, as well as the location of nearby cops. You can use the point of interest scanner to briefly show any repair, stunt jump, or other items of note in the vicinity. If there's something you want your friend to see, simply click anywhere on the map to drop a waypoint. A yellow guide arrow will then appear in the main game to direct the player to that spot. You can also use roadblock deployment to drop in up to 4 roadblocks to help corral wayward criminals. There's 3 different strengths of roadblock, and you can delete any you've placed, but you still have to wait for the ability to recharge before placing another. If the main player is being chased by the cops, there's even a little mini-game you can play to help drop the felony level and give your friend a break. Besides these co-op additions to the story mode, there are also dedicated local multiplayer games. There's 3 co-op games where you and another player work together to collect money drops or try for the best time on a training course. There's 5 party games which feature straight-up racing, capture the flag, and more. And there's Cops and Robbers mode, where player 1 is the robber, trying to escape from up to 3 cops. So there's quite a bit to do in Driver San Francisco, and the game engine generally keeps the action smooth, except for when there's just a ton of stuff going on. The graphics are fine enough, although I'm not quite sure the style they were going for. Sometimes it seems like they wanted a gritty action movie vibe, but then there's the graphic novel style cutscenes. And in general, the city is too bright and cheery looking to have any sort of dark undertones. Kind of got a mixture of things going on, but the city is pretty detailed, and overall, despite a few glitches here and there, I think the graphics have an appealing look. I went with the Wii version of Driver San Francisco because I wanted something that felt old school, and that's what I got. While I don't think it's as difficult or challenging a game, it definitely harkens back to the spirit of the original Driver, and I mean that as a compliment. It's just great that instead of a cheap port for the Wii, they created a new game with a simple style, motion controls, and DS connectivity which play to the strengths and unique capabilities of the machine. There's nothing groundbreaking in the gameplay, but if you've been wanting some simple arcadey driving shooting fun, Driver San Francisco for the Wii might be worth checking out.
Roadblocks have been set up ahead of the suspect.